listening to the Good Stuff Podcast with your host, CK Helms.
All right. Here we are. It's the third episode of Good Stuff. I am, of course, your host, CK Helms, and today it is a 2019. It's the first episode of 2019, actually, and so we're going to have a 2019 look ahead, I guess, in a sense. And, of this episode, it's brought to you by Blind Bandit Productions and my buddy Zach Shoop. He's a sponsor of this show. And in fact, speaking of, nice segue into that is he's my guest today. What's up, Zach?
Hey, how's it going? It's good to be here.
Awesome, man. I'm glad that you took time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, such a busy schedule.
I'm glad that you stopped by, audio wise, to help me out with this third episode here. Have you liked the first two episodes so far? Am I doing Blind Bandit Productions proud?
Yeah, definitely. I listened to your podcast at work, and especially the last episode, I think was done really well.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I was real proud of the second episode. The first episode, had those audio issues whenever on the spot interview. But I think this one, the second one, turned out real well, and so I was personally real proud of it, and I thought it turned out great. I thought me and Jeremiah had a good interview, and I enjoyed talking to him. And if you haven't listened to the first two episodes of Good Stuff Podcast, you can go back and listen to us, and we're on. We got us on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcast, and YouTube. All pretty much any place that you can think of to listen to podcasts. I'm on it. So yeah, hit us up. Hit that subscribe, the heart button on Spotify. Do whatever button you got to press to where you can get updates anytime, so that way you don't forget about it. Because Facebook algorithms are like stupid these days. So there might not be a chance that you see it every Thursday, but every Thursday, new episode, exciting stuff, good stuff coming to 2019. Got a few guests I've been talking to, and hopefully going to get more guests lined up. If you want to be a guest, which you don't necessarily have to do something entertainment wise, but because we can talk about anything, email me at goodstuffpodcast@yahoo.com or message me on the Facebook page, Good Stuff Podcast, and let me know you're interested in being on the show. It's real simple. You can just be at home, just doing nothing, and just there you go. And you don't have to come see me. We don't have to sit together. You don't have to look at my face. You can just listen to my words. Exciting stuff.
And this guy still uses Yahoo.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why you give me a bad time about using Yahoo. There's nothing wrong with Yahoo.
Because I'm surprised it's not even out of business yet. But I don't know. I haven't used Yahoo since high school.
You haven't used Yahoo since high school?
Yeah.
You on the Gmail?
I remember when Gmail came out and people were getting invited to the beta.
Well, the thing is that I wanted it to be Good Stuff Podcast, but Gmail is already taken. Apparently, there's already a Good Stuff Podcast at gmail.com.
Well, hopefully we don't get sued.
Hope not. They're not going to get a whole lot out of. Oh no, they took my PS4. That's about all they can take. Man, it's been a week, entertainment wise. The holiday trudge has finally ended, and stuff's getting announced. Stuff's getting talked about again. Thank goodness, because the last episode I really had to scour the internet to find news that was worthy to talk about, because a bunch of it was just stuff that they liked about 2018 or what we're looking forward to in 2019. That's pretty much all I could find last week. But a lot of more stuff. So as I said, tons of things happened past week. Some things that that just really caught my eye. Talk about real quick before we get into the bulk of the show. But Resident Evil 2, which I know you're excited about that game.
Oh yeah.
Resident Evil 2, they're having they got that one-shot demo coming out this week. I think it's Friday. It just said like when the thing came out yesterday, I think it was yesterday that it said, that it was coming out sometime this week, which is about a 30-minute demo of that game. And but I believe that I read this morning that it's gonna be Friday because it's said the 11th. Someone said it was reported the 11th. Though I haven't seen confirmation of that.
What did they mean by one shot? Is it like something that's not in the game, or
I don't know exactly what that means?
Because you know how the MCU had like one shot films where it was just a little short film.
Like
so
all held it.
I'm wondering if it's just like a kind of a teaser, but it's not actually part of the game.
I don't know exactly. I guess I didn't look that too much into it. So when by one shot on that word, you mean like all hail the king with the Mandarin?
Yeah, the Mandarin, and they had a couple others.
Yeah, there was some other ones. Wasn't there one with like Coulson in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not for sure. I don't know if it's like separate or if it's just. I know it's 30 minutes long. I don't know if like you can only play for 30 minutes. So that I mean, like if you spend 30 minutes looking at some clock on the wall, is that your 30 minutes or?
Well, you know when the PT came out, the playable teaser or whatever, it was like the horror game, and it was for upcoming
the Silent Hills game that
got Silent Hill, and I think that teaser was not going to be part of the game at all.
Oh yeah,
but it was like a teaser.
Did you see where that game? Speaking of that, got remade this week. Some guy remade it, using the Unreal Engine. Did you?
Which game?
The PT thing.
Oh, PT.
Yeah,
he remade it.
Yeah, someone remade it, using Unreal Engine, and you can download it on PC.
Oh.
And it also has VR support. Yeah.
Nice. They if you had it downloaded, you could still play it, but then I guess they have made an update file where you can't play it no more. Even if you had it downloaded.
No, you can still no. They went back and said that wasn't true. That was just like a rumor going around.
Oh, okay.
If you downloaded PT before they took it off, then you can still play it on your PlayStation. But yeah, someone remade that and made it where you could play it, which is just on PC though, not on PS4, obviously. But yeah, I just saw that this week. Because you mentioned that. But another thing, which the internet is going nuts about this, which I mean, the internet, as they do, goes nuts about things. But that Alien Blackout got announced yesterday, new Alien game, and they're going nuts because it's a mobile game, and yeah, it's just for phones.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the picture or whatever on Facebook, and then I didn't really click on it or look into it.
Yeah, so people thought it was going to be a sequel to that Alien Isolation game, which came out a few years ago, which was really good. And people thought it was going to be a sequel to that because it had been saying that that it was a sequel, basically rumors, and the character in the game is the character that was in Alien Isolation, but it's not a sequel. It's not even connected to that game at all, even though it uses the same Amanda Ripley or whatever, Ellen Ripley's the Sigourney Weaver. It's Amanda Ripley, I believe.
Yeah, I read Ripley was supposed to be in it or something.
Yeah, it's like her relative or ancestor, whatever. Great something. But yeah, people thought it was going to be a sequel and be a game that you could get on consoles and junk, and it's not. It's just a phone game. It's just for your phones, iOS and Android. So
is it supposed to like have graphics like that, or
I don't really know. I didn't really like look at the teaser. I didn't watch the teaser because once I saw that it was a mobile game, I was out. So I was like, nah, that's not for me. So
Yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
there are some good like graphic mobile games coming out, like Arc and stuff. Pretty much has like the same, almost the same graphics as consoles, which is pretty cool.
yeah, I'm just not into the whole mobile game type thing.
Yeah,
Really,
I'd rather just play my console.
right? Yeah, for sure. So, Watchmen, that show coming to HBO. They've been teasing some stuff, putting out some teaser videos. I don't know if you've seen them. Have you seen them?
I haven't. I don't think I've seen any.
They're just like
The only show I know that's coming up on HBO is
that's what you said.
Watchmen. But I haven't. I don't.
Watchmen.
Is that the teaser they
Yeah,
released?
well, it's not like they're like little. I don't even know. I wouldn't call them teasers. It's just like little 5 second clips they've put like on the Instagram and stuff on the Watchmen Instagram, and like it showed like Jeremy Irons as Ozymandias, and then you got to see Rorschach without a hat and stuff like that, and then just like a bunch of like these like it looks like police officers or something, but they have like yellow, completely yellow face or and stuff. I don't know. I don't really yellow mask basically that cover their entire face. I don't really know much about it.
I'm sure that's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Watchmen the movie. I mean, some people liked it, some people didn't. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Actually, I actually still never watched the Watchmen movie.
You've never seen the Watchmen movie?
No, I used to have the graphic novel and I read the graphic novel, but I never watched the movie.
Oh, I mean, you should watch it.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix. Maybe I'll give it a look.
Yeah. The show, it's supposed to be different. It's not supposed to be like an interpretation of the book. It's supposed to be like alternate reality of the characters and stuff. And so I'm interested in what they're doing. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, who knows? You never know. It could be good.
Yeah, it's always good when it's different because, I mean, when it's the same, of course, like Walking Dead, I mean, they've kind of diverged from the comics in The Walking Dead a bit, but for like the first 5, 6 seasons, you know exactly where it's going pretty much.
Right. And so I think that's what's interesting about the Watchmen show is that since it's going to be alternate reality, we don't really know what will happen. Who knows? Maybe a comedian won't die. Who knows? Who knows? But speaking of movies and junk, Venom 2 got confirmed.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Probably gonna have to find a different director. What did you think about the first movie, Venom?
I loved it, even though I guess it got a lot of backlash, but it did make a lot of money. So, but
It's starting to get more backlash now. Of course, I've spoke about this before. The day and age that we live in with the internet. Me and Jeremiah had some conversation about that last week. Is that the internet's going to hate on anything these days?
Yeah, the internet just ruins everything pretty much. I really hate the internet.
Gold. Something could be gold, and they're still going to complain about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did it so well. So I mean, that's really what I just liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, they didn't. I mean, you gotta like look at it from a different perspective, and I guess people really just upset because there's no Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's not in the MCU, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm disappointed it's not in the MCU. Maybe they'll bring him into the MCU later. I don't know, but I mean, as a standalone, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, don't judge it from like what you want it to be. Look at it as what it is.
Right.
And then decision about it. And I mean, it totally worked without it being connected to Spider-Man. Like, I mean, he wasn't like swirling around on webs and stuff and doing the same thing. I mean, Venom wasn't like Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I mean, in the comics, he has his own comics. It's not like he's just a Spider-Man character, you know?
Yeah, right. And Venom was the reason why. He would have the symbiote would still be the character that he is, and he just is like people just because he came from Spider-Man and Spider-Man had the black suit first, and therefore that's why Venom had Spider-Man's like powers, like the webs and stuff like that. That's because he was attached to Spider-Man first. But you got to think, if he didn't attach to Spider-Man first, wouldn't he be like what the movie is?
Right.
You know. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. Venom 2.
I'm excited to see Cletus, aka Carnage.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna
Woody
be
Harrelson is Carnage. Yeah.
yeah, Woody Harrelson. Yeah. I mean, just from the end credits scene, I think it was the end credits, or was it just
Yeah.
end credits, and I think just from that he pulled off the creepy serial killer vibe. So
Which it's Woody Harrelson. It's not like that's difficult.
yeah, Woody Harrelson's. I mean, he's a pretty good actor, and he already gives off those vibes. So
yeah, he gives off that creep vibe. Like it's so well. Like he can do really good and be like completely different, but he literally just has to like change his face, just like twist his smile in just a way where it's like, man, that dude is creepy as fuck.
speaking of Woody Harrelson, they did announce Zombieland 2.
It's actually, and I think it's coming out this year too, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to.
But yeah, all the characters from the original Zombieland movie are gonna be in it, and so I'm excited because it's an actual sequel and not them trying to do a show like Amazon that try to do it with like different people and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the pilot and I thought the pilot was pretty decent. I mean, I think they maybe, if it didn't have the Zombieland name and everything, I think it would have succeeded.
Yeah. Did they do more than just a pilot?
But everybody was pissed off that it didn't have those didn't have the original actors playing those characters.
Right. And they didn't pick that pilot up, did they?
No, I think you might be able to still watch it on Amazon, but yeah, it's just the one pilot.
Yeah, Amazon, they make a bunch of pilots, and then like based on what how they do, then that's the shows they pick up to make, right? Isn't that how they do?
Yeah, they pretty much let the fans decide.
Yeah. But yeah,
which is I guess it's an interesting concept, but
yeah.
I still would have kind of liked to see a Zombieland show because I mean the pilot I thought was pretty funny. So
right, but I'm interested for sure interested in Zombieland 2 now that they're gonna have the actual characters, and supposedly Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd are both gonna be in it too.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how they're gonna do Bill Murray since he got shot.
Somebody said I read somewhere said they should be Ghost. Wouldn't that be crazy if they were Ghost?
Yeah,
they were the Ghostbusters. It'd be just hilarious if they were Ghost. But then again, it's Zombieland. Bill Murray could just show up and be like, "Oh, I didn't really die, guys."
It was a joke.
It was a joke.
I was joking with you guys. Yeah. I just wanted you out of my house.
And people would be perfectly okay with it. So but yeah, super exciting. Let's see what else here. Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. Been rumored that they're going to be making some shows about it, spin-off TV shows.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So we're already getting the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, and then they're doing the spin-off movie with the women with Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider or whatever she's called these days, and then Spider-Woman and what's that other person, the other girls? Can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember her name.
Man, I knew it and then I forgot it. But yeah, so they're doing that Spider-Woman type movie. And now they're saying that it's rumored that there could be shows, and that'd be cool. Um, which I mean, somebody was saying that if they were going to do shows, they should really do a Spider Ham show.
Yeah, I would love to see just Spider Ham just by
Could you just
himself.
imagine
Just
Spider Ham? Say, dude, have you
teaming up with Howard the Duck or
have you
something.
checked out the first season of Spider Ham? That would be great. What, Peter Porker is his name?
Yeah, I wanted the Spider Ham Marvel Legend. They have a Marvel Legend action figure of Spider Ham.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if the shows will come to? But right now it's just rumors. But I'm excited about it. I still haven't seen that movie though, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie.
Still haven't seen the movie.
Nope. Man, it's
What kind of good stuff podcaster are you?
a busy one, a busy good stuff podcaster. But it's a Marvel movie. I'll eventually see it. But speaking of Marvel, there was an article that I just read this morning about how now they're thinking that Marvel is going to end up doing a Secret Invasion movie after Endgame and stuff, because they were talking to someone about the Captain Marvel movie, and that they said that this movie plants seeds for a future movie.
Yeah, I kept reading about that because the Captain Marvel movie is basically seemed like the start of the Secret Invasion because they're already kind of shape shifting and taking over. So
Yeah, with the scrolls.
yeah, the
And
scrolls.
stuff. Yeah. So I mean, it could, with them saying planting seeds for a future movie, we could get Secret Invasion, which means that anyone right now that we've seen in the MCU could actually be a scroll.
I think that would be a good follow up to Thanos because I mean it's hard to picture after Thanos wipes out half of the universe. It's hard to picture what could really come next because
Yeah. Even if they fix it, like what else are they gonna? Who's gonna be next? I mean, who would be the big bad? I guess what storyline could they do? And a Secret Invasion storyline would be completely different than what they've been doing. So I mean,
yeah, and I had also thought about Kang the Conqueror, which he's like a time traveler. So if they did time travel in this, I wonder if he would show up somehow.
because of them like meddling with time and stuff, and then he's like,
Right, and then Kang the Conqueror finds them, becomes like the next Thanos.
yeah, I mean that could be possible. That could be possible. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, but yeah. What else happened this week? Luke Wilson, is from Old School and stuff. Owen Wilson's brother.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
yeah, he's gonna be a Stripe, in the Stargirl series that they're making on DC Universe. Which do you know anything about Stargirl?
Not really. No, I mean, my knowledge only goes so far with DC.
Right. Well, Stripe is basically he's like a 15-foot tall robot. He's the Stargirl Courtney Whitmore. He's her uncle or stepdad or something like that. Anyway, and yeah, Luke Wilson is going to be that. So I mean, I didn't know if we were going to get Stripe in the show, but it's pretty cool. Big giant robots. My buddy Jerry's probably really excited. He likes robots that are giant. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Wow,
But yeah, good stuff.
as an Owen Wilson would say.
Yeah, it's good. You have to have a bigger nose though.
A bigger broken nose.
Bigger broken nose. You have to get a bigger nose, then you have to break your nose. But yeah, so on the DC Universe, Stargirl, one of the live action series that they're going to end up doing this year. think it's the last one of the year, so probably coming out November, December. But speaking of DC Universe, new series that just came out, Young Justice Outsiders season 3. Super excited. Just started this past Friday, and then new episodes coming out tomorrow. But yeah, they put the first 3 episodes, and they're going to release 3 episodes every Friday until the end of the month, and then they'll take like a break until June, and during that time, Doom Patrol will come on, and then they will finish up the season with the rest of the episodes, and it's going to have 26 episodes total. But I'm super excited. Young Justice is my favorite cartoon ever, favorite animated show, superhero one, and I just love it so much. And the first 2 seasons were amazing, and then this new season started, and the first 3 episodes were spectacular. They I feel like that if they keep going in this way with the rest of the season, that this season could end up being better than the first 2 seasons, which is just shocking for me to even say.
Give it a look, but because I've never watched any of the episodes.
Yeah, I know you said you've never watched it. You have to watch it. I'm telling you. I mean, I understand that I'm more of a DC guy and you're more of a Marvel guy, but you have to watch this show.
All right.
You have to. I'm telling you. You'll like it. I think you would like it. I mean, I know you. I know your likes, dislikes, and I think you'll like the show. So, yeah. Give it.
All right. I'll definitely give it a look.
Give it a look-see, man. Give it a look.
Give it a look, and I'll decide if it's good stuff.
I mean, it's good stuff because I said it's good stuff. But, I mean, if maybe you'll think it's good stuff as well.
I trust your opinion.
I appreciate that. And I halfway trust yours.
Thanks.
I mean, that's more credit than I give anyone else. So.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, my wife, I'd only give 45% trust, so, in her opinion.
Damn.
Just kidding. I'm only saying that because I know that she doesn't listen to this, and there's nobody that would tell her I said that. So, that'd be my luck that she'd be like, I'm really bored today at work. I should listen to Nick's podcast.
Well, maybe we should just tie her up in a chair and make her listen to it.
Make her listen to the podcast? I don't know. I don't know if that'd be good stuff, man. I feel like I would end up dying. I'd probably get killed after that.
Not if you keep her tied up and just feed her.
Yeah, man. You're starting to become a little creepy, so I think we should just go on with the podcast. I'm pretty sure I gave you rules not to be creepy on the show.
Oh, sorry.
Save it for your Night Terrors podcast if you end up doing that. So, but yeah, so that's the news, and now we're gonna move into the other stuff. That cool with you?
Yeah, that's good with me.
Cool. So basically, whenever I was thinking of what to do for the first episode of 2019, I was like, should I just do it? Look for an interview, or just do something different? And so I figured that, hey, this would be a good time to look towards 2019 and what I'm excited about. And so I was like, I'm going to get Zach on here, and me and Zach are going to talk about what we're excited about in 2019, because I think even though in some ways we have a lot of similar interests, I think that we're also both very different people, and we're both have different, me and you have different likes and dislikes. And so I thought that it'd be great to have you on here to be able to talk about 2019 with me.
Sounds good to me. Definitely.
I mean, so let's see. I'm trying to think of what I want to start off with, because there was like a few things that I said, all right, think of your top 5 of this stuff. And yeah. Anyways, so basically what I want to do is I'm going to pick one of these categories here, and then we'll talk about our top 5, and then we'll just go into each of the top 5 things, kind of run them down. Cool.
All right.
Okay. So let's start with movies. Okay.
movies.
Yeah.
You want me to go first, or you go first?
I'll go first this time, and then next time you can go first.
All right.
Sound good? Okay. Anyway, so my top 5 movies this year that I'm excited about, and really, I don't really want to put them top 5 because I didn't really rank them. I just wrote down them.
Yeah, I didn't really rank mine either.
Yeah. So my top 5, the 5 movies I'm interested in the most in this year is Avengers Endgame, obviously. Star Wars Episode 9, Shazam. Shazam? Did I say that right? Am I saying it right? It sounds weird. And The Lion King, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. But
All
yeah,
right.
that's my 5. So Avengers Endgame. I mean, obviously, I mean, who's not interested in them in that at this time? Especially after if you saw Infinity War, you
Yeah.
have to have an you have to be interested in Endgame because you have to get the rest of the story.
I just hope I
Because it's
don't die before then. I mean,
no, I hope that
if I die, I'll be very disappointed.
I hope you don't turn to dust in the wind or something before that comes out. So, but yeah, um, let's see, Star Wars Episode 9. I mean, it's Star Wars, and really, I think what I'm really excited about, more of this is that is just the conclusion of the Skywalker saga, and then moving on to something else. I'm interested in, of course, the mysteries or whatever, is about Ray and stuff like this, stuff to come to conclusion. But I'm also really excited what comes next and the other trilogies. They have a couple more trilogies that they have planned that are separate, and so I'm excited to see what those are. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it leads to
I'm interested to see how it ends, but I'm kind of like not as hyped for it just because of how bad episode 8 was.
right.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was bad, but
Yeah. I hope that eventually we get a Knights of the Old Republic trilogy. That's what I really hope.
yeah, I think that's the
Um,
most, to me, that's the most interesting time in the Star Wars universe is like during the Old Republic and stuff like that.
and I feel like if they were smart, they would know that's what most fans would want.
Right.
I mean, because if you ask someone what would they want, I mean, we all played Knights of the Old Republic. We know how amazing that was. That's what we want. It'd be great. So my third one, I guess, is Shazam. Am I saying that right? Because I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Shazam. I mean, I feel like that's right.
I don't know. It sounds weird when I say it in my head. But anyway, so Shazam. I'm really excited about it. DC, they're hit or miss with a lot of people these days, but I think the trailer has gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I'm excited. Was that Zachary Levi plays the lead character Shazam,
Yeah.
and it's basically Billy Batson. When he says Shazam, he becomes a grown-up superhero, and I mean it's like a superhero version of Big, really, in a
Yeah.
sense.
It's such a weird, I don't know. The trailer looked pretty fun. So
Yeah,
I'm actually interested in seeing it.
that's pretty good coming from you. So I mean, you're a big Marvel guy. So saying that
Yeah.
you're excited for a Marvel or DC movie is something. So
Yeah,
maybe
well, I
something.
mean, I feel like a lot of DC movies, big budget movies, are a disappointment these days. I mean, they do pretty good TV shows, but like you said, it's kind of a hit or miss with the films.
Yeah. But I'm excited about it. Then The Lion King, the live action version of The Lion King. Lion King's like my favorite Disney movie. So
Yeah,
or my
relive our childhoods with that.
yeah. So the trailer, you seen the trailer,
Oh yeah.
and then have you seen a side by side of the Lion King trailer, the cartoon
Oh
version?
no, I didn't see the side by side.
Oh yeah, they're like so close. It's crazy. I mean, I'm excited for it. I like the live action Disney movies. Or at least the Jungle Book was amazing.
I mean, if you can really call it live action, though.
Right. I mean, the computer generated.
But I mean, I get what they're trying to say, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah. And then the last one is Spider-Man: Far From Home. Spider-Man: Homecoming is one of my favorite Marvel movies. I think Spider-Man is probably my favorite Marvel character. And I'm excited about the Far From Home. Mysterio, we're gonna finally get Mysterio in it, and it's an interesting character to me. Interesting Spider-Man villain. So I'm ready to see that live action Jake Gyllenhaal. And then
yeah, though Mysterio is supposed to be a good guy in this one, right?
I mean that's what from the description of the trailer, but I'm sure he'll end up turning bad. So I mean in the movie. So I mean, you're talking about the description of the trailer, like with Hydro Man and stuff, which is pretty fucking awesome that we're getting Hydro Man. Anyways, yeah, that's my 5, man. So your 5?
All right, I think we do. I mean, we do have a couple of Sams, but
crossover.
Yeah, I have of course Endgame, which is probably my top one, and I hope I don't die before I have to see that. But because let's just pour a little bit for the ones who die, don't get to see that. Then I have Spider-Man: Far From Home, of course, and Lion King, which I guess we do have quite a few of the same. And then I'm really excited for Aladdin, which seems really.
Oh yeah, another live action Disney movie.
That's along with the Lion King. Those are probably my 2 favorite Disney films. Like I was obsessed with Aladdin back in the day and watched even all the sequels and stuff. But and then I was kind of excited for New Mutants, which seemed interesting. It was like a horror. It seemed like a horror X-Men movie.
But yeah, so a horror X-Men movie. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I mean, interested to see the New Mutants and it being a different. I like whenever they take comic book movies and then they make them something different. So.
Yeah, I mean, from the trailer, it just seemed like it's not gonna be your average superhero movie. I mean, it just doesn't have the I don't know. It's just a crossover of a horror and a superhero. So, and those are like my 2 favorite things: horrors and superheroes. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, so it should be a movie tailored right to you. The baby's in here now, so she's gonna be joining the podcast. Phoenix on the podcast right now because she got tired of playing. So. Yeah. But another thing, like you said, Aladdin. Will Smith being the genie, which last week I said the whole thing about people complaining on the internet of him not. They released that image and he was just Will Smith and he wasn't blue and they freaked out.
Yeah. And then you said, are they actually making him like CGI or?
Yeah, like the majority of the movie, he's gonna be CGI. Like that's like a blend-in mode, basically, where you can blend in with people and stuff.
Okay.
Walk around.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited.
Yeah. Which I know I said Lion King is probably actually my second favorite Disney movie. My favorite Disney movie is actually Hercules.
Oh yeah, I love Hercules.
But I mean. I think we've got enough live action Hercules movies. They don't need to do that Hercules movie in live action. I mean, didn't like in 2014 we get 2 Hercules movies in 1 year?
Yeah, but I mean those weren't like Disney. They're just
No. True. I'm just saying, like, there's been a lot of Hercules movies.
Yeah, the one with The Rock was horrible.
Yeah, the one with The Rock, and there was another one that's released the same year, made by different.
I don't think it came out to theaters though. I think it was just straight to DVD.
The other one?
I thought it was. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But I mean, I think a live action Hercules Disney one would be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'd be totally different, you know. I mean, and just can you imagine like a live action Hades, voiced by James Woods?
Yeah, that would be epic.
Sweet. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
And then maybe Kratos would show up.
That's they need to make a God of War movie. Didn't they say they were gonna make a God of War movie?
Yeah, that's been like a rumor since like the third game. I don't know. It's been a rumor for a long time.
Right. That's like a rumor with like Gears of War and Halo movies.
Yeah, like what happened to wasn't there supposed to be a Halo
show on Showtime?
Yeah, TV show that was produced by
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that. They announced everything. I think at E3 one year.
I think they're still doing that. I saw some news on it not too long ago, but I don't remember what it was or anything about that. And they just basically said that, you know, they didn't want to do everything right, and so that's why it's taking so much time, because there's like a lot involved and stuff, and then they're making everything legit. So
yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that they want to make it right, but
I'm a huge.
Just feel like it was years ago. I think it was announced even before I knew you, which has been a long time. So,
yeah, I don't know. I can't really remember when exactly it was announced. I think it was like rumored for a while, but then a couple years ago they got like confirmed it at a E3. So we were friends then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's segue this, unless you have anything else to say about our movie choices, which weren't much different.
I think we can move on to.
But I mean, I think even though we didn't rank them, everybody knows who would be number one if we ranked them. It'd be Endgame, because it's the Endgame. What do you think about that title, Endgame? Avengers Endgame. Zach.
What?
Did you fall asleep?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sorry, these headphones kind of suck.
It's all good.
Sorry, what were you saying to me though?
I said if we didn't rank them, but if we did rank them, I think Avengers Endgame would probably be your number one. Oh my gosh. This baby just screamed at like the most inopportune time. Avengers Endgame would probably be number one for you. You think?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. What do you think about that title though? Endgame.
Endgame. I mean, it's. I mean, it makes the most sense to me, other than maybe Avengers, like Decimation or whatever they named the snap. But
yeah.
I mean, I figured it was gonna be Endgame.
I mean, Doctor Strange said that in Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, it just made the most sense to me for the name. But yeah,
I'm excited for it, definitely.
And then that there was also that theory you had for Spider-Man: Far From Home, where you thought that maybe when they're on the bus in Infinity War, that's them coming back from the school trip.
Oh yeah. Where my theory of that he doesn't come back to life.
Yeah, it's not after Infinity War; it's before Infinity War.
Yeah, because I mean they are on a bus, and it's all the same characters are on that bus, right?
Yeah, and I mean it makes sense to me because I don't know about you, but if I got turned to ash, I want to be psyched about going to Europe or whatever.
Right? Yeah, it's like, oh man, I am back alive now. Let's go to Europe.
let's have a field trip.
But I mean, I guess it could be set like 6 months later or something like that, or some junk.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would still be depressed 6 months later after I was turned to ash, but it's just
unless they just erase those events like they never happened.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. Like maybe either the events were erased or the people that turned the ash just don't know. I don't know, something like that. But
I don't know. Spider-Man knew. He knew what was happening.
yeah, because he had the spider sense, and he's like, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
die."
His spider sense was going off, and he knew he was about to go. I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark.
Yeah, when I was watching that film, there's some chick next to me, and she was bawling her eyes out.
Dude, the theater was packed, and like there was so many people crying, you could just hear the crying happening. And I like had Lacey. I said, "Do you hear all the people crying?" I mean, I wanted to cry. Like I'm surprised I didn't. I cried at my dog Skip, so I don't see why I didn't cry whenever
Yeah.
Spider-Man was holding on.
I
to
cried.
Tony.
I cried during Marley and Me. So
I mean, dog movies, man, they get you right in the fucking feels. They're sad. My dog Skip's bad. I don't think I've seen Marley and Me, or I'd probably cry. And I try not to watch dog movies anymore because I don't want to go out like some bitch.
yeah,
So,
there's
I
that
mean,
one
that's not
new
fair.
dog movie that's coming out. That seems kind of, I don't know.
A dog's what? Really, bro? Anyways, so let's move this on to the top 5 show. Or I keep saying top 5, but yeah, but I mean it's top 5, but it's not a ranked 5. But top 5 shows in 2019 that you're most excited about.
All right, so I mean, he told
And
me
I
to
did-
find like
I told
first
you-
seasons, but
Yeah, I told you to find first seasons, but you said that like new shows that hadn't had seasons before. But you said you couldn't do that, right?
yeah, I mean, I found 3 new shows that are coming out and 2 that have already been around. So I'll start off with the new shows, but I'm pretty interested to see The Witcher, which it's coming to. I think it's coming to Netflix. What's his face? I don't know why I can't think of his name. Who played Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he's gonna play. What's his face in The Witcher? I can't think of anybody's name. the guy who is The Witcher, but yeah,
Geralt.
yeah, Gerald. I'm pretty interested because I'm pretty. I like the games a lot, so hopefully they don't CGI out any mustaches or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see that. Hopefully, Netflix has been pretty good lately, so
Well, I mean, that show's been getting some. Just the image that they released of him got some backlash because the dude didn't have a beard.
oh yes,
And in Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, he does have a beard, and it was like, but a lot of people don't realize is that this was actually a book series before it was a game, and so that
yeah. In the original series, he doesn't have a beard.
he
I
doesn't
don't
have a
think.
beard, and so they said this is going to be more based off the books than the games. So I guess not everybody knows that. People just think that it's a game, and it's not just a game.
Yeah, they just want something like Wild Hunt or something.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he'll end up getting a beard. Just let stuff be. Don't judge stuff off of the first image you see. Just watch it.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
dear God.
just like look at the Joker from The Dark Knight. How many people bashed Heath Ledger,
Right. And
then he won an Oscar. So
yeah, I mean, it was the best performance in any, I think, character movie. I mean, I would have to give it to
yeah.
him.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't. I know it was a book series first, but hopefully it doesn't die to the video game movie curse.
Oh yeah, right.
Like no video game movie has ever, or TV series is really ever successful. But of course, it wasn't a game first, so
Yeah, so maybe it'll be different. And the fact that Netflix is doing that, puts a little hope in it. So,
yeah, I mean they're doing pretty good. So I mean, most of the shows that I watch by Netflix have kept my attention. So, and then let's see, another one on my list was the Twilight Zone
Oh yeah, with
with
Jordan
Jordan Peele. Yeah, I think that Twilight Zone, the original black and white Twilight Zone, was always really good and was always kind of before its time, sort of with the stuff they had. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what they have in store. I guess it might kind of be like Black Mirror, but hopefully it's a little different.
Yeah. Hopefully so.
And then I had Watchmen, which I was interested in seeing.
Which we talked about.
Read the graphic novel, haven't seen the movie, so
which you're going to do.
yeah, I believe it's still on Netflix, so yeah, I'll give that a watch. And those are the three that new shows that are coming out, and then the two I had that were renewed is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which got picked back up by NBC because Fox canceled it.
I'll give it to you.
And the last season of Game of Thrones.
I mean, no one that listens to this podcast is gonna be mad that you chose Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see how Game of Thrones ends. Obviously,
like 6 episodes.
Yeah, I think it's only supposed to be like 6 episodes. Like, I think that's the shortest season they've had, isn't it? But,
I don't know. I really haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Well, you need to do that, but
I know.
Well, at least once the last season's ending, you could just binge it without having to stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm wait for. You know,
And then,
I
of
just want to make
course,
sure I
like
had
I
a
said,
good ending.
And then, of course, like I said, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm glad that's like, I don't know, that's like one of my favorite shows that I had recently discovered, like last year. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be stupid, but so I just like you said, people judge things before they watch it, and that's what I kind of did with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I started watching it.
You became the internet, and you were like.
Then I started watching it, and then especially Terry Crews. Terry Crews is hysterical. He's like one of my favorite comedians. And then we have Andy Samberg, of course. But all those characters in that show are awesome. So I'm glad it got renewed by another company.
Right. That's a good list, man. It's a good list. In fact, it's such a good list that I have 2 of those. I have Watchmen and The Witcher as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's my 2. That's 2 of mine already down. So, yeah. So I don't remember what your list was now that I think about it.
It's The Witcher, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Game of Thrones, Twilight Zone, and Watchmen.
Twilight Zone. That's the other one. I was like, what's the other new show? I knew all of them except for the Twilight Zone. I kind of forgot about it. But anyway, after Watchmen, which we've already talked about earlier, and then The Witcher, I also have Batwoman. Batwoman, the pilot just got picked up by the CW. So, I mean, once it gets a full season order, then it'll be a show. So I guess technically right now it's not like guaranteed to get a full series, but I'm sure it will because the CW do superheroes. That's what they do. And so I'm interested. I love the Kate Kane, the Batwoman character, and Ruby Rose was amazing as Batwoman in the Elseworlds crossover. Which I know you don't watch all the Arrowverse shows, but I do. So,
yeah, I used to, but then I kind of, I don't know.
Off.
Yeah.
A lot of people do have, but I mean, I've been watching the Arrowverse since it started, and I haven't stopped yet. And every time they do a new show, I get on it and watch it. And so every week, me and the wife, we watch the new episodes, and which starts back next week on the 15th.
No.
The Flash starts back. But yeah,
so that
Batwoman.
the Batwoman that got the new series was in the Elseworlds crossover.
Yeah, played by Ruby Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, Gotham and everything, and had some callbacks to, had a bunch of Easter eggs for other Bat characters and stuff. So Batman villains and stuff. So excited about the show, and it'd be good that I mean, Arrows pretty much are already Green Arrow's already a Batman of the Arrowverse. Anyway, so and it's had a lot of Batman villains appear on his show. So now we'll get a Bat character actually have some Batman villains. So I'm excited. As I said, I like Kate Kane, and excited to see what they do. Another Bat character that's getting a show is Alfred's getting a show.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Pennyworth, which it's kind of weird because it's like it's when he like the whatever he does, the secret agent thing or MI6 or whatever spy thing, or back in those days before he becomes a butler to the Waynes. But Thomas Wayne's going to be in the show, and I guess you get to see the adventure that he goes on to become why he ends up being a butler to the Waynes. And so interested to see the show. I mean, just I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know. I'm just interested.
It's kind of a weird concept for I don't know.
It is. I mean, after Gotham, I was like, but I mean, I gave Gotham a chance. And so I mean, I have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I actually really liked Gotham. I mean, I know I'm not like the biggest DC person, but Gotham, I liked. I still need to catch up the last 2 seasons, but
yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed it. So when you take it for what it is and know that it's like basically alternate universe sort of, and so I'm excited for Pennyworth, and so at least see what they do with it. I'm not gonna say no to any DC show really.
First there was Gotham where he becomes Batman by the end, and then there's Pennyworth where he becomes a butler by the end.
Nothing is better. And then at the end, he'll be in his butler uniform holding a tray, and that's when you know that he's Alfred.
He's finally become Alfred.
But yeah, my last one though is still sticking to DC, and it's Doom Patrol on the DC universe, and they got introduced in an episode of Titans, and I never knew anything about Doom Patrol before until I saw that episode, and the characters are Alaska Woman and the Robot Man and the other characters that are in the show, and I'm interested in the show. Brendan Fraser does a voice and stuff. He's the voice of Robot Man, and was exciting to me whenever I first heard it. And that's really kind of like the first news I'd heard about the show, which made me interested in it. And then they were just awesome in Titans, which you're gonna watch Titans now, right?
Yeah.
Because I gave you my DC universe.
I'll watch that one.
Login. Yeah. So you have to watch.
And Brendan Fraser, what the hell ever happened to him anyway?
I don't know, man. Like he disappeared. So fell off the map. But yeah, he does the voice of Robot Man. So which in the show, the Doom Patrol show, I think they'll have flashbacks. So we'll be able to actually see Brendan Fraser. So but yeah, I'm excited.
Nice.
That's my 5 shows. So which once again we had more crossover between us, but this time it was only 2 instead of 3 shows. But I think we're end up having more crossover on the next thing that we do, and that's the 5 video games coming out in 2019. We're excited for. So I'm sure we're gonna have more crossover. Maybe not as much though. We'll see. But yeah, so I'll start it off. If that's cool with you. So 5 video games that I'm excited for. One, it's Far Cry New Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's the post-apocalyptic one.
Yeah, the spin-off of Far Cry 5, and what happens. Like, it's set in the future, and when a nuke goes off in that world, and so I'm excited for it. I mean, I haven't played Far Cry 5 yet, but the Far Cry games are usually really good. So um, the
Yep.
post-apocalyptic one sounds pretty cool to me, and that's
Yeah, it'd be
something that they
like
haven't featured yet.
Fallout except with Far Cry.
Right, yeah. And it's completely in a different direction that they've been, which is the opposite of the last standalone thing that they did, Far Cry Primal, where they went all the way to dinosaurs and stuff, and now it's post-apocalyptic,
Yeah.
the other end of the spectrum. So excited for that.
Next one will be like Far Cry Space or some shit.
That's probably what it will be. Now that you say that, another game I'm excited about is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I think that game is coming out in October. There's not a lot of details known about the game, except that it's set in between episode 3 and 4 of the movies, and there's not a lot of details about the game. But I mean, Star Wars game, and so I think it's an RPG. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not for sure, but I'm excited
Well,
about it because it's Star Wars.
I guess I have to brush up on my news because I actually didn't even know that was coming out.
But anyway, as I was preparing for this episode, actually, and I was looking at the video games that were coming out this year because I couldn't think of much, and I saw that it was coming out, so it may, who knows, it'll probably get pushed back or something, and then we'll end up coming. Since we don't know any details about it, it'll probably get pushed back or something. Who knows?
Right.
But the next game,
Always.
the next game that I'm interested in is Anthem, from BioWare. Have you seen much about that game?
What is it?
Anthem.
Anthem. Oh, I've heard of it. I think I saw a trailer or something, but
It's like the game that's kind of looks like,
can't really
reminds me
remember
a lot
much about it.
Destiny, but an RPG thing. It looked interesting, and what I've seen on it so far, it looks it'd be cool. I mean, I got to do the alpha, but I didn't end up doing it, so I really don't know. Because I remember why I didn't do it, because I was gonna stream it. Remember, and I was gonna stream it, and it said that you couldn't stream it, so I was like, yeah. So
So
basically,
you're like, screw this.
screw this. You're not gonna let me stream it. So I don't want to play it. So I guess I'll just wait until maybe the beta, when it comes out, it will let you stream it. So
It's stupid that they wouldn't let you stream it. Aren't they supposed to let you hype it up or something?
I don't know why they didn't allow streaming it. But anyway, the next game that's on my list here is Mortal Kombat 11. And they just released that trailer for that a couple weeks ago. Has it been a couple weeks? A few weeks?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks where they had the weird freaking the worst audio track for the trailer.
Oh, that rap music? I don't even remember what it was.
I forget
Uh-huh.
who it was by, but it just did not go with the trailer at all.
But the trailer was cool itself, though. Audio
Yeah,
crap
I mean
aside.
the visuals and stuff.
And finishing this, continuing on with the story, Raiden's back. That's pretty cool. So then
Dark Raiden.
I'm assuming from looking at it that they're gonna have a gear system like they do in Injustice 2, just from the was it Scorpion? It's on the trailer too. The way
Yeah, either that or it's gonna be like time travel. It's weird because he got
he looked
killed
different.
and then he came back as like the original Scorpion costume.
Yeah. So I think that personally, with moving from Injustice 2, that they'll the last game they made, they had a gear system. So I think that that's what they'll end up doing. Personally, I mean, that's assuming from that, but who knows? Not much details, except it comes out in April 29th, I think. Something like that. April something. April 22nd, 21st. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
looking
know
forward
it's
to
in
that.
April. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. So they always make good games. So Big fan of the Mortal Kombat series and Injustice as well. So I mean, excited what NetherRealm does. So with it, and then lastly, which should be no surprise to anybody, and I actually had it written down first because it's my number one. And if I didn't rank them, but it's number one. I didn't rank the rest of them, but it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, of course.
Kingdom Hearts 3, man. January 29th. It's almost here. It's like less than 3 weeks now. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's 20 days from
that's coming
right
really
now.
soon, and then I'm never gonna hear from you again.
That's right. Life is going to end. I will only be around on to record the podcast.
You'll be
and put it
playing
out,
while you
and I
record the
will-
podcast.
That's right. I'm going to record that episode.
We just hear you say,
When
"God
it comes
damn
out,
it!"
I'm going to record it as planned. Well, see, I plan on doing a Young Justice special episode that Thursday, and I'm going to record that ahead of time once I find people to get on the show and record it ahead of time. That way I don't have to record that week. So,
Didn't you say that was gonna have like a pretty long campaign?
yeah, I heard it was like 30 something, 35 hours. So
That's crazy.
That's just like a rumor, no confirmation on that. So, but I'm excited. Years of waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, and it's finally here. And I need it now. I need it in my life, and I need it right now.
It's been so long.
Yeah. Anyways, man, yeah. So, what are your 5 games?
Alright, so my 5 games, and I guess we actually didn't get a whole lot of the same ones. But, so of course, my top ranked out of all of them is Resident Evil 2, which, the original Resident Evil 2 is one of my all-time favorite games, and Resident Evil is it is my all-time favorite series up until they started ruining it, but with, making it more of an action game, which is kind of disappointing. So, I hope, with Resident Evil, Biohazard, and stuff, it seems like they're kind of going back to their survival horror roots. So I'm hoping Resident Evil 2 is kind of similar and it goes back to survival horror, like what made the first Resident Evil 2 as great as it was. And then I have Days Gone, which is another zombie game, which pretty excited for that because it's kind of a open world zombie game, which we don't really get a whole lot of, which we should get a lot more of those because I would love like a Grand Theft Auto style zombie game where you just go around the city doing missions like you do in Grand Theft Auto. And then I have Far Cry, which I guess we both had that. And then there's my last one is Devil May Cry 5, which I'm pretty excited they're going back to the original Dante and not whatever the hell they had for that one standalone Devil May Cry game.
It's not 4.
What?
4 games. Didn't you just say 4 games?
No, yeah, I said Resident Evil 5, Days Gone, Far Cry, Devil May Cry 5. Oh yeah, and then I did have another game, but I guess I erased it for some reason. Was World War Z, which I guess it's another zombie game, of course, because I'm obsessed with zombies anyway. But
That's all you have is zombies.
I have 3 zombie games and 2 that aren't. But World War Z seemed pretty interesting. It was it looked from the trailer and the gameplay kind of seemed like the Division sort of, except zombies. So I don't know. I really liked the Division when that came out, and I hope World War Z is pretty good. It kind of had a also a Left 4 Dead vibe too. So,
Which is that based off of the book and movie thing, right?
yeah, it's probably. I would assume it's based off the book. I mean, I don't know about the movie, but yeah, it was a book, so I guess it's probably based off that. And yeah, that's my 5.
All right, man. Well, that's a good list. Good list of zombie games you got there.
Right.
And that's what I feel like most of it was.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm zombie obsessed, so
Right, that is kind of like your thing, so makes sense that most of your games would be like that. No zombie movies coming out this year?
I don't really think so. Actually, I mean, I think there was a Train to Busan 2 or something, but I don't know if that's happening this year or not. But other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot of zombie films coming out.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, the last thing that we really wanted to touch on was 5 things that we wanted to see happen in the entertainment world in 2019. So this is a interesting one, I think. I can't remember who started the video game thing.
This was a hard one because I could really, I don't know, but
Oh well, why don't you start it off? What did you have like stuff wise?
all right. So I guess, I mean, not that I want it to happen, but I kind of expected to happen. But I'm poor, so but the next generation of consoles, I think, will be announced probably
That's
later
actually
this year.
the first one I wrote down was new consoles, and that you're probably
Yeah, I mean, not that I wanted to happen, but
well, I don't think they'll come out this year, but I mean, so
yeah, I don't think it'll come out this year. But I don't even know if I want it to be announced just because I'm poor, and then every time, I don't know. I just don't want to put up a bunch of money for.
start saving for your PS5 now.
Yeah, right.
I
And
mean,
then
it's happening. It's going to be announced, or at least the next Xbox is going to be announced because they've already pretty much started announcing games already. Because that Halo Infinite game, I think, is going to be in the next Xbox. Then, like, what are they? Elder Scrolls 6 is next gen, right?
yeah, I think so. And then
There's that Star something game that's being made. I don't know. There's more games that have been announced that are going to end up being next gen games. So
yeah, I
it's
feel
coming.
like most of the big games that are coming out are going to be announced for next gen, but feel like they would also be released on PS4 too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. What that was that game Cyberpunk 2077 or something? I bet
Oh
that
yeah,
ends up. I wonder if that'll end up just being next gen, or it'd be kind of like how Watch Dogs was next gen.
yeah. It's kind of interesting to see what they're going to do because like Microsoft said, like there's rumors that they might just have a streaming one and a one that has discs.
Yeah, like 2 different ones.
Yeah, for Xbox.
Yeah,
So, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like streaming is like especially with PS4 with their remote play and then their whatchamacallit, PlayStation Now.
hmm
I feel like they could easily put new games on PS Now and just that you would purchase it and then you could play it on PS Now. And then PS Now wouldn't just only be a subscription service.
right. It'd be the service.
Yeah, it'd be the service. It'd be cool, like, too, you could just rent games just to try them out or something. I don't know. But,
Yeah.
um,
It. I mean, that's the way they're going. They're gonna go digital and streaming and stuff. I mean, that's what we're moving into. Which I mean, for people that don't have good internet or don't have internet at all, I mean, I guess it really sucks for them. For those people.
yeah, I mean, that's why they should always keep, I think they should, if they're gonna do that, they should always have at least a physical system for people who don't have good enough internet for streaming.
Right. Because if not, I mean, that's going to alienate.
But I've been digital for, I think, since PS4 began. I've pretty much been digital. Like 90% of my games are pretty much digital.
Right. And I
Just
actually
'cause,
haven't made, and that's opposite for me because you're mostly digital with very few physical, and I'm all physical with very few digital.
Yeah, I mean the reason I went digital is because someone stole my. I mean, I think you know the story, but someone stole my PlayStation and my games, and that was when I'm just gonna buy all my things digital. So if someone tries to steal my PlayStation, at least I still have my games.
Right.
So
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. If I mean, once you have like that type of situation happen to you, I can understand why you would go to that. But yeah. So what you got next on your list?
let's see, and then I'm expecting they will probably announce most of the Phase 4 MCU movies they have planned.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think because they don't have much left in the pipeline. I don't think.
That they've announced, you mean?
Yeah, I mean they have.
Even though they got
They announced. I think they announced Black Widow,
right.
which is interesting because it seems like they're starting to do a bunch of prequel-ish movies. Like Captain Marvel takes place in the '90s, and then Black Widow. And I don't know. Maybe they'll do more that takes place in the '90s. Or then I heard rumors about Wesley Snipes coming back as Blade in the MCU.
Yeah.
So
Well, I want to piggyback off of your answer to say that one of mine is actually I'm since you said Phase 4, I'm just ready to hear what Fox Marvel has going to come out. What movies? What's going to happen?
oh yeah, definitely. Like definitely hoping for announcement once the deal's complete for X-Men and actual Fantastic Four that's done well.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to see what becomes of that. Like what movies we're going to get. Are we going to get new shows? What's going to happen? You know. And so once that deal is finalized, and then they can actually start talking about it and stuff like that, and start doing stuff because I mean it should be happening here soon, right? I mean the deal should be finalized.
Yeah, I mean, I think the deal is supposed to be complete by the beginning of the year. So
Yeah, like I think the end of the month or something.
yeah, pretty soon. At least the first quarter is what I heard. So
Definitely before
hopefully.
Endgame comes out, I know that we'll have plans. So I mean, if the deal's finalized, then I mean, is it too late to shoot a post-credit scene for Avengers Endgame?
It's never too late. But
I mean, if you're haven't put the movie out yet, I mean, I don't think it's too late.
And then Hugh Jackman had said he'd come back as Wolverine if X-Men was part of the MCU.
I mean, that'd be great. I don't think that we'll see that happen. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he's getting pretty old,
I think
so
he's done.
Yeah, and maybe I think we should probably give someone else a chance to be Wolverine. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, what else you got?
And then I was hoping that this year I wanted to see is the return of the Marvel Netflix shows on another network, but I'm guessing that's probably giving my hopes up.
Probably.
Or if they don't return to the small screen, bring those same heroes, whether they're played by the same actors or not, but bring them to the MCU on the big screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, because like Daredevil ended on a cliffhanger. I'm sure I haven't even seen Iron Fist yet, but I'm sure that ended on a cliffhanger.
I think so. I think they all did. So,
Yeah, I'm sure Punisher will, and I'm sure Jessica Jones will, but I'm just hoping, like, even because I think the reason that they mainly got canceled was because the Fox deal with, it's what I heard, is with the Fox deal, is they have exclusive rights really for Hulu,
mm-hmm.
and they had to take that in the contract. So any, like, if it's not on one of Disney's networks, like Freeform or ABC or something like that, then it has to be on Hulu. So hopefully, maybe it'll just continue on Hulu if that's the case.
I don't know. Because they're Netflix produced shows, so I mean,
yeah,
you would have to make different shows. Make a Heroes for Hire show. I mean,
yeah, that's what I thought they were building up towards, and maybe they were, but then they got canceled. Like Heroes for Hire would be awesome, but
yeah.
And then yeah, I don't know. And then I watched Cloak and Dagger a little bit. It was, from what I saw, it was pretty good, but I haven't finished the first season yet. But
yeah, I gotta finish it.
And then I would love to see like a Moon Knight TV show, or
I would kill for a Moon Knight TV
something,
show.
or even just Marvel Knights where it's several superheroes.
Marvel Knights have Daredevil, Punisher, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight together.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic.
That would be great. That'd be so awesome.
But that's really all I could think of for now, really.
It was 3, man.
I know, it was only 3, but it was so hard. I was like, what do I really want to see this year? But I couldn't think of anything.
Well, I really there's been rumors. This is going to be totally off what we have talked about, but there's been rumors of a Harry Potter RPG coming out, and well, basically it's like, it just hasn't been confirmed, but it's basically coming out, and they've like had screenshots and stuff like this of it, and so I'm pretty excited about that coming out if that comes out. So kind of want to see that. I mean, I liked Harry Potter, so I'd be interested to see an RPG set in that world. But another game that it hasn't been announced, but I heard that they're going to announce, and I want to see this happen, is a new BioShock game.
BioShock, yeah.
Dude, I love BioShock. BioShock Infinite was amazing. Like, did you play through BioShock Infinite?
I only played the first 2.
Oh man, BioShock Infinite is amazing.
I can actually play it because I have PS Now trial that I tried, so it's actually on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all 3 of them are on there.
I wonder, since my console is your main console, if I could use PS Now, like we can use PS Plus.
I don't think so, because
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool, but I think because it's,
well, I could log in to you as it's streaming though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's streaming, so your internet has to be pretty good. Like even with my internet, it kind of, I don't know, but
yeah,
kind of lags a little bit.
But the last thing that I have on mine, because I mean, I only have 3 because the other 2 were new consoles on Fox Marvel stuff, which we already talked about. But the last thing is God, I wish that Rocksteady would just announce what game they're working on. Like, I'm just tired of reading rumors every month. There's like a new rumor,
and then they get like, did they confirm they're not working on a Superman game or something?
They said they're not working on the Superman game after it had went through 2 different rumors of different types of Superman games and like a whole storyline. This is what's happening in their Superman game. It happened twice.
Maybe they're working on a Pennyworth game.
Who knows? I just want them to just say what it is. Like, I'm tired of reading. I've read 2 Superman rumors, like 4 Batman games rumored, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, Justice
Oh
League.
yeah, I heard that rumor.
So many. Just fucking tell us what you're working.
Hey, a TMNT game in the style of Batman Arkham would be pretty cool.
It would be but I just want them. I'm just tired of it. I just want the game to be announced. I just want them to announce what game they're working on. Just get it over with. Just tell me what you're working on. We all know they're working on something. I mean, it's been 4 years now. 2019, 4 years since I believe Arkham Knight came out. It's time for a new game to be announced and come out. We know it's happening. We know you're working on something. Just let us know. Just let
Maybe in the next E3
Yeah.
they will.
Yeah, but that's what they kept.
Can only hope.
E3 and this other conference that they had, and just like all these conferences that keep happening. And there's rumors that Rocksteady's going to announce their new game, and then it doesn't happen. And I'm just like, so tired of it. Like it.
And then they come out, oh, we aren't actually working on a game.
But
we never were.
We never were. We actually retired. We all live in the Bahamas. It's great. It's been fun. But yeah, so just every time you mention us on the internet, we get paid money. So that's why we just haven't told you that we're not working on anything. But no, they've hired and they're working on a new AAA game. So I'm just wanting it to be announced. Like it, I want it to be announced more than I want the game to come out. Just because I'm tired.
Well, whatever.
But they've only shot down the Superman game rumors. They haven't shot down any of the other stuff. Just maybe they're working on a Batman / TMNT game. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Batman meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It was a comic book, so I mean, it could happen.
Or maybe it'll be a Power Rangers video game.
Maybe so. I mean, any game that they make and they make it like Batman Arkham, it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Maybe it'll be something just unexpected because, they did the Lord of the Rings one, right?
I can't really remember, to be honest with you.
Because the playstyle was basically the same with the Lord of the Rings one they did, and then.
Oh, you're talking about the Shadow War?
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't do that, but I think that those people just took a lot of cues from them.
Okay. Because, it plays pretty much exactly the same as Batman, so I figured it was just by them.
No, it was like a cross between that and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, but no, they did not do that. They did not do that. I can't remember.
Speaking of Lord of the Rings, though, another thing that should be on my list for upcoming TV show debuts is the Lord of the Rings Amazon TV show.
See, now we can take off one of your shows that are just basically new seasons of shows.
Yeah. So
we're gonna take off Game of Thrones mainly because I'm gonna let you keep Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the fact that it's on a different network, so that's understandable. But I'm gonna take off Game of Thrones because I haven't seen any Game of Thrones. The Lord of the Rings show, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's coming out this year or not. But it's supposed to have a $1 billion budget, so it's gonna be good.
Right.
I mean, it has the budget of a Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh man, another show that's coming out. God, there's so much coming out in 2019. Is the Mandalorian show?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the freaking Star Wars show. We talked about Star Wars. We never even thought about it, but it's coming on the Disney Plus thing.
Yeah, you know now. There's gonna be a lot of more Star Wars TV shows now that Disney is coming out with their thing.
Yo, yeah, definitely. This will not be the only one that they do. So, for sure. Maybe they could do a Knights of the Old Republic that way.
That would be pretty cool. I heard a rumor a long time ago, this was before Disney ever bought Lucas Arts and Star Wars and stuff, but before Disney was involved, they were supposed to be making a Star Killer TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this was rumored a long time ago, but I doubt it's in the works anymore because I don't think Star Killer is canon anymore. But
I don't think he is. I think it was just because whenever they bought it, I think it was just the movies and then the Clone Wars and then anything that we've done since then, like Rebels and
yeah,
uh,
so
the comics that they've put out since then. So,
but I mean, if they ever did a Star Killer TV show, that would be pretty cool.
yeah, he was a great character, but they would definitely have to get what's that guy's name? You know, the dude who did the voice of him and who the character's modeled off of.
Yeah, because it's basically the same guy. But
Sam Witwer is his name. Sam Witwer.
yeah,
Yeah, he's actually in Supergirl right now. The Supergirl show on CW.
oh really? Does it look like Star Killer?
No, well, I mean, he plays. Yeah, he looks like Star Killer. What he looks like in real life, but he plays Agent Liberty. So villain on there. So I've enjoyed that. So I like Sam Witwer. Back in the Smallville days, he was Doomsday.
Oh really?
Well, he was Davis Bloom, who was like basically became Doomsday, and then they like split them.
I don't think I watched that far. I watched most of the series, and then I don't think I watched up to Doomsday. But
That's season 8, I believe. Season 8 that Doomsday was in. I watched it not too long ago, maybe last year or something like that. Year before that. Rewatched the entire series because Lacey had never seen any of it, and she watched the entire series. Wait,
yeah, that's probably the best DC show ever.
yeah. I basically, since I got with her, made her watch all the shows that I watched that I'm obsessed with. But you know what? If I didn't make her start with Smallville, what do you think I made her start with? You know me. What would you think I would made her start with?
If you didn't make her start with Smallville,
Yeah. What other show? What show did you think I made her start with?
Young Justice.
No. She ain't gonna watch that.
She's not a cartoon person.
It's totally not superhero related.
Oh, not superhero related.
Yeah, think of me and then think of yourself, and what do you think I made her watch?
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it's How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, such an amazing show.
With the most disappointing ending of all time.
What?
With the most disappointing
Yeah, the
ending
biggest disappointing ending in the history of any show ever. But up until the last couple seasons, it was the best show ever. But
up until the last season. The season before that was just fine.
yeah, the last season now, yeah. I remember there was someone re-edited the final and put it on Vimeo. It was so good. It was like, now this is the ending I would be okay with, but because they cut out the part where like she died or whatever and all this, and yeah, it was just but
where he like ends up with Robin anyways.
yeah, that was such a like, it was just so bad. I don't even know, but yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so that yeah, but I don't even know how we got on to that subject, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. But man, I had fun talking about 2019. So much stuff. Like, can we just
hopefully it's gonna be a good year for entertainment and a good year for me anyway too.
I mean, I think we gave a lot of people a lot of good stuff coming out in 2019. I mean, plenty of things that they can really get interested in and get ready for. I mean, I think we did a good job. I mean, there was a lot of crossover between us, but I mean, we just know what's good and what's not good stuff, right?
Yeah, surprisingly, there wasn't a many crossovers for video games, but
I think we
I
only
guess
had
that's a
one.
good thing.
Just one. We went from 3, 2, 1, and then 2 in the last thing. And I like how
Yeah,
we also had that other category that had came up with late last night. That was 5 wishful things we want to be announced, video game movie wise in 2019. That
that probably won't happen.
probably won't happen. But yeah, we couldn't come up with anything.
I was like, I remember seeing that message late last night. Like I woke up early in the morning, like at 2 or something or 3, and then I saw that. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't know.
I really just wrote Half-Life 3 down 5 times,
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that should be on that list is Half-Life 3.
which is never gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
it's just not gonna happen. Just don't give the fans what they want. It's all right, but
right, well,
let's
man,
just
I appreciate you sitting down and talking with me. This however long we've been recording now.
yeah. Seems like an
It's been
hour
an
and
adventure.
40 minutes or so. I don't know.
Internet problems, baby problems, everything. But we got through. We got through the show, man. And I appreciate you sponsoring the Good Stuff podcast. You sponsoring it all year long, and so thanks to you, people get to hear my beautiful voice.
Yeah, now I'll be able to hear your beautiful voice for a year,
And then after that, I mean, I don't know.
and after that, I'm gonna cancel you. So
I'm just,
make it a good one.
I got you, man. I got you. And here's what we'll do: we'll announce another season, and then you'll cancel me on Netflix.
Yeah, you'll be like, good stuff, season 2, and then
Then cancel me.
I'll just, yeah.
We'll Netflix it. All right, man. Well, I want to thank everybody for listening to the Good Stuff podcast. If you don't have a problem with this, why don't you go onto iTunes and leave me a review? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to be a part of the show. Follow me on the Facebook and listen to all my episodes and subscribe to me on the Podbean, the Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcast, Stitcher, and wherever you find your podcast. I'm on there, and if I'm not on there, let me know. Said, hey, CK, you're not on this one, and I'll be like, hey, I got you. And but yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.